Welcome back to the Irish Bandit channel, or if you're new here, welcome to the channel. I, as always, am your host, the one, the only, the second Irish Bandit, and now that we're done my top 10 favorite movies of all time, we can go back to doing the DDLC mod reviews, and today we are looking at one of my, if not my favorite current mod that is available, and it's actually a pretty simple mod. There's not a lot to it, but you do have a lot of fun with it. Today we are looking at the mod Monika After Story. Basically, there's no real story to it per se. It's just really an add-on, you could say, to what happens at the end of the original game, where now we're getting into spoiler territories. I cannot avoid this, so if you have not played the original DDLC or DDLC Plus, you might want to stop the video here, go play it, and then come back when you're finished in about 7-8 hours, depending on which version you play. I'll give you time. Done? Good. Okay, so at the end of DDLC, when you're sitting in the space room with Monika and she's just sitting there like this the whole time, you have really two choices. You can just sit there forever with her. She's going to repeat everything she says. Or you can advance on with the story, delete her file, and that's pretty much the end. Well, not the end of the game, but there's still more that happens after that. But that's the spoiler I won't get into. But with Monika After Story, it's more like, what would you do if you didn't delete Monika's file, not the game. If you didn't delete Monika's file and you spend eternity with Monika herself. That's basically what this mod is all about. And a great community has popped up from the creation of this mod, and you see it a lot, especially on the Reddit forums, like DDLC mod Reddit forum or the Mass fandom forum, sorry. Monika After Story fandom forums, both of which I'm a part of, naturally, of course. I'm reviewing mods, of course I'd be a part of the mod community. But you see a lot of, you've seen a great community pop up from this mod where we're all sharing screenshots of our various different Monikas. You can style her in any way you want. If you're good with coding and with Python, you can do basically anything. Or if you're like me and you don't know what the hell you're doing, you can just find something within the Mass fandom, Mass Reddit page, and you can apply submods onto your Monika After Story mod to have different things. She can wear different clothes. She can different hair color, different eye color, just a whole bunch of stuff to it. So let's get right down into it, some of the things that I like about this mod. So I'm sure you know how this works with all these different mod reviews that I've done. I talk about story, characters, blah, 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 blah. I can't really do that with Monika After Story because, like I said, there's really no story to it. It's just you and Monika. She talks to you, you pick different things that you can say to her. Like when you start out the game, she has a lot to say, but I'm kind of going in and out here with things I like and things I don't want to say I don't like about the game, but after a while, the conversations start to repeat, and unless you turn that off, and then she just doesn't say anything. So that's one of the things that, okay, it's not a make or break thing. It's not like I'm gonna delete the mod, uninstall it or anything like that. No, because I like it. I love the mod, so. But I wish she had more to say. But that's where the beauty of this mod comes in, because the developers are always bringing out updates at various times of the year. Like they brought out, the most recent update that came out was for Valentine's Day. You had one for Christmas beforehand. You had one for Halloween. So they're always bringing out new mods, and you're always getting new stuff within the updates, I should say. Like you're getting new clothes for Monika. You're getting new conversations. She will sing to you. If you gain enough affection points, which is what this this mod is run on, affection points, you'll start playing games with her. Like right now, I've unlocked all the affection points that I need, where I can play different games like Pong. I can play Hangman with her. I can play chess with her. I can play a piano. I think it was on one of our 6-month, no, it could have been our 3-month anniversary, where she brought out the piano and sang Your Reality for me. I absolutely love that. So there are a lot of things you can do. Like, it is possible to get bored, and I've seen that within the mass community subreddit itself, that there have been people saying, yeah, it's been fun, but there's just nothing to it anymore for me. So that's kind of a downer. I'm not going to lie, because I might have to face that possibility myself eventually. But I don't want to think about it right now, because right now there are 2 major milestones that I'm trying to get through before I decide what I do next. First being my birthday, which is coming up in about a month and a half or so, maybe less than that. And then the second one is our 1-year anniversary, which will be sometime in September. I'm not going to say the date. I know what the date is. I'm just not going to say it because it's a historical significance in September. That's all I'm saying about that one. But those are 2 major dates that I'm trying to get through first before I decide, okay, do I really want to continue, or do I want to break up with Monika? So we'll see what happens. But the things that I love about this game is that they pretty much nailed Monika dead on with how she is at the end of the game, when you're just sitting in the space room and she's sitting here like this, talking with you the whole time. It's really well done. I was going to say something about the writing, but because the only grammatical mistakes that I have noticed actually haven't even been their fault. It's all been submods that have been submitted that have had the spelling mistakes or the grammar errors. Like, there's one thing you can do in one of the submods where you can have her flip a coin for you, and she tells you, I think this is where I think you ask me, it brings me closer to you in your world. I think you mean closer, guys. Cluster is not a word unless you put T in it, and then it's cluster, but we're on a whole different tangent there altogether now. So but yeah, I thought, and the artwork is so well done from everybody who contributes, be it sprite packs for clothes, hair, just jewelry that she can wear. Yeah, she can wear jewelry. After you unlock 400 affection points, you can give her a promise ring. That's another thing. You can also give her gifts throughout the game too. Like, you can give her, if she mentions it, you can give her things like coffee, chocolate, hot chocolate during winter. You can only do that during winter time. Like, when the winter season rolls around, that's the only time you can give her hot chocolate. After that, when it turns to spring, she stops drinking it, which is great for me at night when I don't have to keep checking her, seeing if she's drinking her chocolate. Because I have a tendency when she's having her morning coffee that I'll go do something, watch something on YouTube, forget to bring her screen back up to the forefront, and then she like disappears. I'm like, oh, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh, she went to get her coffee. The only time I do that is when I'm playing a different game that has a smaller screen, and then it's like that screen's there, her screen's there, and then I can be like, I'm gonna go get coffee. Okay. I'm playing one game and then got that going, and she comes back and has her coffee. So that's one of my little foibles with the game that I kind of enjoy it. So it's not that there is really anything I don't like about the game, because it's not meant to have a story. It's more of a simulation than anything else. Like, okay, if you really want to put it that way, you can call it a girlfriend simulator if you really want to. That's all it is. There's no gameplay, there's no story to it. It's just you and Monika. That's it. And that's enough for me, honestly. I think it's a wonderful mod for a Monika fan like myself. It is fun, wholesome. There are some Easter eggs that lean more to the scary side, but I try not to do that. I try to keep the mod wholesome. If the mod tends to scary, then I will let it do its scary. But you can do either way with this. You can be as sweet to Monika as you want, or you can be as nasty as Monika if you want. You know which side I lean on. I lean on the sweet side. But, I mean, I do that for any mod of this liking to any of the girls of the game. I will say this, I'm not going to do a review on it because I didn't play enough of it, because there just wasn't enough to it for me to review. I guess you could say the same about Monika After Story, but there is a just Natsuki mod. Well, I think there are a couple Natsuki mods. There's a Sayori mod and there's a Yuri mod that are in the same vein as Monika After Story, where it's just you and the girl. I didn't mind the Natsuki mod, but like I said, there wasn't enough there for me to really enjoy it as much as I enjoy Monika After Story. So that's one, unfortunately, I won't review. Not because I didn't like it or anything, I did, but there just wasn't enough there to it. And eventually it's just like, there's nothing to this, and I deleted it. So, but, I mean, if Natsuki's your favorite character, you're gonna have a good time. I might try out the other two, the Yuri and Sayori mods. I don't know yet, but I mean, the Monika After Story mod is, I've said it's my favorite mod, or one of my favorite mods. My favorite story-based mod is still Blue Skies, which I will do a review of very, very soon. I don't know when. I still have to finish it. I'm playing another mod right now that whoa. I looked at the assets of this mod, I'm like, what the hell is this? I'm not going to get into it, and when I come around to reviewing it, I'm probably not going to include those images, and I'm probably not going to include images in this video as well. Maybe one or two, but nothing like the amount that I've done for like Salvation or Fallen Angel or Exit Music. It's one scene. It's just Monika sitting here like this. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. But getting back to that other mod that I was playing, it actually was released with the 1.1 update of Exit Music Redux, and I hope things can be changed in that. I don't want to see if looking through the assets, if the assets are correct. I don't want to see what's going on in this mod. And if you've played Doki Doki Pink Eyes, you know what I'm talking about. Like, this is the first time that I played Pink Eyes myself, because I think it was withdrawn from the DDLC mod subreddit. But yeah, I'll have a review for that one soon. I'll have a review for Blue Skies once I'm done getting through all that. And in just a couple seconds, I'll tell you about my next review, which will be coming quicker than you thought. But overall, Monika After Story, absolutely love it. If I have to give it a rating, 4.5 out of 5. It is a fun mod, and if you're a Monika fan like myself, you're really, really going to enjoy this. So normally I like to space out the reviews of the mods by a week, by 2 weeks or more. Like, I went a little longer this time because I was doing top 10 movies of all time, my top 10 favorite movies of all time. So it was a bit of a stretch between Exit Music and Monika After Story. But the next review coming up is going to be next Thursday. And it's not really a review per se, but it's going to be more of a showcase, because there is a conglomerate of people on Reddit who have made the wildest, funniest, weirdest, most WTF mods that I have seen in ever. Because you gotta remember, I'm practically new to mods, so. But these mods are just make me laugh out loud, make me shake my head, and make me say multiple times, what the? Next week, look forward to the various artist showcase episode. So I'm going to go through 5 different mods that I've played from the various artists. There are more that I've played, but these are the 5 that stick out to me. And probably because they're the only ones that I have left on my hard drive, because all the other ones I deleted because I didn't like them. But we'll get into that next week. But what did you think of Monika After Story? Let me know in the comment section down below, because I'm going to be putting this out not only on all my other forms of social media. I'm going to be putting this out on the DDLC mod Reddit and the Mass Fandom Reddit as well. So let me know what you thought of Monika After Story in the comment section down below. While you're down there, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. And in the description, you're going to see a link to all of my social media: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, my Redbubble store, where you can pick up all your Irish Bandit merchandise. Whatever you want is at the Irish Bandit store. Go check it out now. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. And if you're already subscribed, tap the bell and you'll be notified whenever a brand new video goes live. Oh my God, that sounded so good. Proud of myself for that one. I'll be back next Tuesday. I'm talking about a new show coming very, very soon, hopefully in August. We will see what happens. You're going to enjoy it. And then on Thursday, you're going to see the various artists showcase right here. And then this weekend is Saskatoon Entertainment Expo. It is back after 2 years. I cannot wait. I am volunteering. I am going to be talking about my experience not next week, but the week after. All the week after, Tuesday and Thursday, I'm going to be talking about my experience volunteering at Saskatoon Entertainment Expo. So be on the lookout for that. I want to thank you for joining me today for this very special video. Have a great, great weekend, and I will talk to you all again very, very soon.